Most of the photographers are failed captured the image due to some basic technical faults. So, now I am going to tell you some few points to know before hold the camera. Photography techniques. Number 1. Use the rule of thirds. Use the rule of thirds is imagine 4 lines, 2 lying horizontally across the image and 2 vertical creating line, even squares. Some images will look best with the focal point in the center square, but placing the subject off center at one of the intersecting points of the imaginary lines will often create a more aesthetically composed photograph. When a photograph is composed using the rule of thirds, the eyes will wander the frame. A picture composed using the rule of thirds is usually more pleasing to the eye. Number 2. Avoid camera shake. Camera shake or blur is something that can plague any photographer, and here are some ways to avoid it. You need to learn how to hold your camera correctly. Use both hands, one around the body and one around the lens, and hold the camera close to your body for support. Number 3. Learn to use the exposure triangle to get your photos looking the best. You need to do the 3 basic things: aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Learn how to use aperture priority or shutter priority modes and ultimately shoot in manual mode. Number 4. Use simple backgrounds. Using simple backgrounds is the simple approach, is usually the best in digital photography, and you have to decide what needs to be in the shot while not including anything that is a distraction. If possible, choose a plain background. In other words, neutral colors and simple patterns. You want the eye to be drawn to the focal point of the image rather than a patch of color or an odd building in the background. Number 5. Choose the right ISO. The ISO setting determines how sensitive your camera is to light and also how fine the grain of your image. The ISO we choose depends on the situation. When it's dark, we need to push the ISO up to a higher number, say anything from 400 to 3200, as this will make the camera more sensitive to light, and then we can avoid blurring. Number 6. Experiment with shutter speed. Don't be afraid to play with the shutter speed to create some interesting effects. When taking a nighttime shot, use a tripod and try shooting with the shutter speed set at 4 seconds. You will see that the movement of the object is captured along with some light trails. Anyhow, these are the few things for photographer to capture best images. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.